around last week, there was a release by CSIR, SARI, Savannah Agricultural Research Institute, which they released a GMO crop named cowpea pod borer variety. This variety is supposed to be resistant to pod borer. You know, pod borers has been one of the pests that worries cowpea farmers a lot. So, I mean, this has been one major challenge for farmers. And so, SARI released a GMO crop which is supposed to be resistant to pod borers. And you know, after the release, there has been a lot of argument. But even before the release, you know, conversations about GMOs has been all over. That people are, you know, speculating a whole lot of things. And now, after the release, the Center for Climate Change and Food Security has also come out to also make a statement that, you know, Ghana has been in a haste to adopt these GMO crops in our ecosystem. They, you know, some of the statements that they made is that there hasn't been any research or any literature backing the GMO crops that it's very safe from for consumption, or even it is, you know, the health implications that is accompanied by these crops are not yet known. So they are urging farmers not to use the variety that has been commercialized by SARI. But I just want to ask you, what is your take on GMOs? I mean, some people might not know what GMO is. They are genetically modified organisms. So in our line of work, we have GMO crops, which they have been genetically modified using genetic engineering techniques. You know, this is done by introducing one gene to the DNA of another. But for me, my take on the GMOs is just the same as we using hybrid seeds. You know, some of the GMO crops, I mean, type of the GMO crops, one, they are resistant to drought, pests and diseases, and some of them are also resistant to these herbicide and weedicides that we use. So in view of this, if you compare the GMO crops to the hybrid seeds that has been commercialized by these crop research institutes, I mean crop research institute, the CSIR crop research institute has also come out with varieties of seeds across all these crops that we grow, which in the same way, you know, the benefits I just want to differentiate or even compare the benefits of these GMOs and the hybrid seeds that we produce. Now, the GMOs, some of the benefits is to increase yield, resistant to drought, and then pests and diseases. But even some of these hybrid seeds that we produce, or some of these hybrid seeds that has been commercialized by the same CSIR, the Crop Research Institute, the same thing, they are resistant to drought, they increase yield. Some of them are also resistant to pests and diseases. So why GMOs, or why GMO crops? Because looking at these hybrid seeds that we produce, or these hybrid seeds that we grow, the benefits that the GMO crops have is the same thing that if you read about these hybrid seeds that has been produced, is the same thing that they all have. So why GMO crops? I mean, on another part, I think I side with the Center for Climate Change and then Food Security on the haste of Ghana to adopt GMO crops. I believe they have to also give an explanation on how best farmers can understand, you know, and then use this cowpea borer variety, and also let us know the health implications. I mean, every crop or everything that comes out that has been commercialized are known to, consumers and then farmers the health implications of this particular um, GMO crop that we want to adopt into our system. As a layman or as a Ghanaian who consume your local food, do you accept us adopting these GMO crops, or we should go on with our local varieties that we produce, our hybrids that has been in the system already, or we should add the GMO? Because let us know your comments, and then let us also know your take on these GMOs, and we will all help ensure food security in the country. My name is Samuel. This is Farm with Samuel. Just join us. Let us plant today and harvest tomorrow.